Hello my beautiful friends, it's me again, reporting to you from the world's #1 resort, actually above the world's #1 resort, of course sunny Beach, Bulgaria. I am sitting on top of the little hill here where you got the really nice spot to look over portions of Las and the bay and a little bit of Nesebar. Of course you know where I am. However, the purpose of this video is to simply tell you that it is middle of February and it is 20 degrees outside right now. So feel free now, let me just go like this, to pause the TV, walk up close to your screen and enjoy the sun and maybe get a little bit of a tan. I'm sure you could use a little bit of sun if you are in some place in the UK and Frostonshire and you really want to check out and see a little bit of warmth and a little bit of summer. It feels like summer 100%. I went out just to take out the garbage and feed the outside cats late last night, 1 o'clock or something like that, just in my t-shirt. I'm like, what the fuck? Did I just like sleep for 6 months and all of a sudden in summer? It really feels like that. It's freaking amazing, but not all is well. So this morning I woke up, all the stuff, washing the dishes, one of my glasses fell down and chipped, terribly chipped, my little drying tray, my IKEA drying tray. And of course I'm not a barbarian, I'm not gonna have anything broken in my house. So now I am off to the only shop that has a replacement drawing tray for me, is IKEA, and I'm gonna go to the bigger store in Varna, which I'm so excited about because again the weather is awesome. Do a little bit of shopping, spend the 3 leva on a tray replacement, eat some sushi and enjoy this beautiful country because oh my god, just look. Be jealous of me because I'm going to go down a twisty road, actually up the twisty road right now, nice and gently, nice and slowly, stop by maybe for a machine coffee and just have this almost hurtful smile on my face for the next couple of days. I want to show you guys something. Of course it's windy because it's always just seems to be very windy. So I'm on the way to Varna. I just passed Obzor. I have maybe another 15 minutes to go. It's going so smoothly. You know, there's a bit of traffic, but it's not too bad. I think most people are just kind of hanging out and enjoying the sun instead of driving around and doing useless stuff. So it's really cool because you're cruising by and you can see all the restaurants and the little scata shops, the little barbecues and stuff like that. And people milling about, you know, drinking IKEA from the water bottles and just hanging out, drinking coffee and having cigarette parties. Yes, I love it. Okay, so the reason why I stopped here, just one of the side roads here, is just to show you guys this really cool sign that I always pass it, but I never stop even to take a photo. Of course it's gonna be windy, but check it out. Isn't it beautiful? It's a little bit rusty, but it's like kind of a Soviet era kind of a design. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be, but I absolutely freaking love it. And you know, when you're cruising around like this around Bulgaria, you'll find some of these older, you know, from way back era. And unfortunately they're not really kept up or anything like that. That you just see them kind of in the side of the forest or whatever. Sometimes I just take a quick photo or something and they're just like so intricate and so, you know, just so interesting to me, at least, the different sort of these sort of designs. And they have logos or maybe the writing of the town that you're arriving at, and just has these, like, you know, just these sort of epically beautiful just these kind of designs. And it's just, I love it. So I just wanted to show you that. And weather continues. I should actually be wearing my gear. I'm on the highway, you know, but I'm going pretty slowly, but I should be wearing my you know, my gear, my jacket, my stuff, you know, in case, whatever. but it's so beautiful. It's so hot. You know, you can see the chemtrails have started already. So yeah, the chemtrails. That's it. There's a winery in front of me. Looks like it's not happening right now, but this whole kind of part looks almost new, you know. I don't know what's going on over there. Maybe I'll investigate a little bit, but it looks like a new sidewalk here and everything's nice and clean. And that's it. I'm gonna go to the big city now, and I'm excited. Remember, I need to get a new tray. Boom. Okay, so we continue on. It's the next day now, and Varna trip was absolutely spectacular. I didn't really film anything there because you know, there's just so much going on and just barely any time to pull the camera out. And you guys, I've taken lots of video there, but I will do like a cool Varna another Varna video in the height of summer. It was so much fun. I mean, it was just kind of a utilitarian trip to cruise up there and get my tray, which I did, and just walk around and have my coffee and hang out for a bit. It was awesome riding back in the, you know, sort of really late at night down the twisty road, of course, as always. It's super. I just love going there because the ride there is really half the fun, and then getting there is just a little shopping and mingling and just sitting around and people watching. It's just absolutely awesome. So I am just well, literally 10 minutes away from Sunny Beach. I'm on the sort of flip side of the brand new dam, the dam and the road and all that stuff that they just fixed up, just completely revamped. So I'm just kind of hiking around this area. Yeah, if you go west from Sunny Beach and go right, you can just sort of hike around in this very sketchy, strange kind of place, just up top. I mean, of course, there's just garbage everywhere, but there's, you know, one of those like weird Bulgarian water stations where people fill these dirty plastic jugs, and I guess they drink this shit water, and I never understood that, but it's kind of a culture thing. I tried that water from the mountains and healing. It's a bunch of horse shit, obviously. It's disgusting and it just tastes fucking weird. Don't drink it. It's not very healthy for you, I don't think. But here, yeah, just obviously construction material, garbage everywhere. But here is just up above is an old some type of a farming irrigation business. Spoke with the guy who's super cool. He's got some like old school Russian cars and lots of like, I mean, nothing works obviously, just everything is sort of caved in and they're just sitting around smoking cigarettes, but it's pretty cool to see. I didn't really film it. I should have asked, he would have been fine with it, but they're just kind of sitting around. There's a big huge dog that was eyeing me like this with hungry eyes. I think he wanted to chase me down and bite me, so I didn't bother with that. But yeah, it was, I think, on the warmth meter today, 22 degrees. It's not as warm now. I have to wear my coat. It's about what, 2:30 or something. But yeah, there's some clouds in the sky. But enough chit chat. Now that the summer is pretty much here, or almost here, I'm gonna see more and more of your shiny faces coming to visit the beach here, and maybe I will start with a few travel tips, and some of them are just really common sense, ones that I've told over and over again to people that I meet here and on my videos. So just back to the cash situation. I'll give you guys an example. You know, Lisa and John in some stupid shire somewhere are, you know, planning an amazing trip down to Bulgaria to hang out. Maybe they're first, maybe they're second, or they're 100th, it doesn't really matter. And, you know, Lisa says to John, go to the ATM machine, take out some money so we can have walking around money. John obliges, walks into the either to the bank or goes to the ATM, takes out you know, let's say 1,000 quid, which, you know, I mean, for 3 weeks is, you know, cash, just have walking around cash, whatever. That's what he thinks he's gonna need. Okay, so he does that, puts that in his pocket, puts it in his wallet. He's got a wad of cash, But for what? He doesn't know, his wife doesn't know. It's just something that they've been doing since the 40s and the 50s, without realizing that this is just not something you need to do anymore. Please do not, under any circumstances, bring cash, because already, probably more than likely, in the UK, he's withdrawing money. That's probably going to cost him a couple bucks. What's the point? What's the point of worrying about it? You know, you've got a pocket full of you know, a lot of money in your pocket at all times on the plane. When you're traveling, you're going to a restaurant, you're going to this. What is the point of that? Are you going to keep this money in your wallet, in your backpack, in your hotel room? Probably not. So now you have this sort of overhead of worry when you're traveling around here. Not that anybody's going to steal it from you, but still, it's in the back of your head that you're kind of thinking about this stuff. You do need a little bit of cash, when you come here, but don't bring any. You don't need to. Pro tip, your British pounds are not accepted here. So when you fly here and you have all this money, you're gonna, you know, you're at the airport, you're gonna try to exchange this money. Boom, all of a sudden you have what? 950 pounds, leva worth of pounds. So now you lost a whole fuck ton of money from the mafia conversion places that are, you know, this place is littered with. So now you lost a whole bunch of money, and then you have this huge wad of Bulgarian leva. And for what? I mean, literally, for what? To get yourself a bowl of shkembe, maybe a coffee now and then, or you want to buy you know, like a fridge magnet, if Lisa allows it, with a girl with you know, on the beach with boobs on it or something like that. You don't need this kind of money, this kind of cash. You need a bit. You arrive here, you go to an ATM, you grab your a card, whatever. I definitely recommend the new fintech companies like Revolut, and take a little bit of money. Take 50 leva, take 100 leva. If you have 100 leva in your hand and you're just buying little bits and pieces of you know, touristy things, that's way more money than you'll ever need. I mean, honestly, way more money. Use your card everywhere you can to buy everything all the time. Insist on card payments. Never take shit from anyone. They're going to tell you it's broken or they don't give you a receipt. Always insist on two of those things. It's so much better today than it ever was. It's like it gets twice as better as the year before, maybe 5 times better. So most places take your cards. It's so nice, you know. You tap your card, you can look at your bank statement, you know where all your money went. You're never gonna get fucked over. That's the only way to do it. Don't come here with cash. You don't need to. But Matt, what if I arrive at night and I need a taxi ride to Sunny Beach? Of course, that's one of the really shitty things that I hope get rectified, maybe even this season, that if your aircraft does arrive late to Burgos Airport and you need to catch a cab, which is a fucking nightmare still. Why is it like this? So they have a little stand now, so you can't really negotiate. I think they want like $100 or $80, which is just a wow. That's just like so fucked. I mean, you're going 20 kilometers and you're paying this crazy amount of money. So 2 things: bypass the taxi stand, just negotiate with the people, with the guy, of course. Always write it down, or just, you know, just confirm that it's first leva, that it's this much per person. Try not to pay more than $60. I mean, $60 is still a pretty good payday for the amount of time that it takes to drive to Sunny Beach on that beautiful new highway. But you just have to do it. And if you don't have cash, it doesn't matter. Just tell the driver, hey Boris, take me to Sunny Beach. We negotiated 60 leva. Boris will take you to an ATM machine where you can take out your money. It's non-issue. Of course, they don't take credit cards. They're not going to give you receipts. Just close your eyes, give them the money, and move on. However, just please remember also, just do this if you do arrive, when you arrive in the evening, during the day, anytime at that point, just take the bus. Just walk for exactly 3 minutes just outside of the airport, across the park. There's a little spinny thing. The bus will come. You give them, I think, you know, whatever, a buck or two. How much is the bus? I'm not even sure. And try to do that. In this case, I guess, you know, my advice goes out the window a little bit. You're gonna need a leva or two to have with you, which you can figure that out. But definitely, you know, they're not gonna take your British pounds anyway. So don't carry a lot of cash. Use your credit card. Take the bus if you can. Negotiate a price with the taxi driver. Don't pay 100 leva, 80 leva with those guys, to those guys ever. Also, another thing to keep in mind, if you do want to save yourself some money, is you can do a share. There's always people wanting to go back to Sunny Beach to go back to their you know, swimming pools and resorts. Oh, the sun just came out. And you know, you can make cool friends like that. Just say hello to people and say, hey, I'm heading to Sunny, let's share a taxi cab, you know, 3, 4 of us, 5 of us. Sometimes they have these super cool speedy vans where you can fit 5 people and all the luggage. Everybody chips in 20 bucks, everybody's happy. That's the way you should do it. Don't give them you know, again, the taxi is the #1 scam by far and wide in everywhere, in all of Bulgaria, not in Sunny Beach. It is the worst in Sunny Beach for sure, but definitely Bulgaria, the #1 con is they fuck you on a taxi. So that's all. That's it for now. I'm gonna go for another cruise. It's definitely getting a little colder now. It was so hot and warm when I left, and now it's getting chilly. I got my coat. Thank you for listening, but I'm gonna continue on maybe a little bit more. Okay, I keep walking on this floodway. It's like this eerie place. I keep thinking in my head like somebody's gonna open the floodgates and I'll be swept away. So I just confirmed 100% there are ATM machines at the airport, and Safrovo, which is the town that's essentially sort of attached to it. There's a brand new bill at the corner, and if you're looking to take out cash, there's ATM machines, no problem. Just avoid the Euronet ones, of course, because they're gonna fuck you. But still, just to backtrack a bit, remember the best thing to do if you are a traveler, and even if you're not a traveler, if you're just like a regular human being, and you're in the UK, I mean, when you are in the UK, you really have the crazy flexibility to and access to all of these awesome new technology companies, the money ones. So yeah, sign up with Revolut or you know, Monet's, and they have a few others. Bank with a Q, and of course Wise. Like Wise is probably your wisest choice. It used to be called TransferWise, now it's Wise. Yeah, I mean, out of all those guys, I'll definitely choose Wise. They have the best lowest fees, and really it works. It works everywhere. I mean, I was taking out cash little bits at a time in Vietnam, and they never charged me any extra fees at the ATM machines from the Vietnamese banks. Of course, there's a bit of a conversion rate, but transferring money between accounts, it's as quick as an email. It's half a second, fraction of a second. Like you just send, I got it. It's astonishing compared to your regular old lady, old man bank. Just line up, and you can still keep your old bank, of course. I mean, geez. But yeah, sign up with Wise. It's free. There's no monthly fees or anything like that, and it's they're glorious. And the app is just like you know, I pay my bills here in Bulgaria, my condo, like maintenance fees and water, all that stuff. I just have my management company office in Sofia, their IBAN, whatever code they have, and Matt, you have to pay this much? No problem, beep, thank you. I don't even need a receipt from them anymore. I don't give a shit. I have my receipt in my app. It's awesome. Okay, are you ready? It's so pretty here. So look at the engineering here. I mean, look how beautiful this is. They've done a really fantastic job here. I mean, just kudos to the Bulgarian guys. That, I mean, just wow, so much work, eh? But just absolutely amazing. So yeah, remember, and with these fintech banks, there is a certain amount of money, depends who you are and which bank. Oh yeah, you have an amount of money that you can withdraw around the world in kind of whatever ATMs, and you get, you know, thousand pounds or euros per month of fee-free withdrawals of cash, which is just absolutely amazing. But still, watch out for some of these fuckers that it will display on the screen. It will say, hey, outside of whatever your bank charges, which may be nothing, we charge an extra, you know, 2 euros or 5 euros or fucking 10 bucks. I've seen machines that take $10 for a withdrawal. It's crazy. So watch out for that. Here in Bulgaria, use a Bulgarian bank. There's plenty of them here. There's tons of them in Sunny Beach. It doesn't really matter. They're all very, very much the same. Flower Street is littered with actual real bank ATM machines. Use those. Don't use those fucking Euronet that are now, you know, kind of everywhere as well. Just bypass them and ignore them. Don't use them, and tell everyone also not to use them. I hate their business model, because the people who are sort of hosting these machines, and they're everywhere in resorts and restaurants and all that stuff, there's like a profit sharing thing where if you set it up, you know, inside your let's say inside your business, whatever it is, you don't have to pay anything. There's a machine there, and you try to insist that your customers take out cash at your restaurant, which is total fuckery, and the proprietor of the business gets a fraction or whatever, some sort of a payment of those fees, which I find just despicable. Okay, so I'm just a few minutes away from Sunny Beach in Aleksandrovo. So I've been coming here at least once once a season, couple times a season, just to go have a cup of coffee. And I'm just seeing some of the changes from, you know, just upgraded things, new roads, and, you know, flowers, and just cleanliness, overall cleanliness. You know, there's some like sort of cooler places like this, and, you know, a lot of people live pretty well. Of course, the vast majority of the homes here are still old sort of Bulgarian farm villages, and some people upgraded them, but most people really kind of haven't. You know, and a lot of stuff just people build, run out of money, or, you know, whatever happened, and they just live there. You know, there's no maintenance. Oh, sorry, fellas. There's just no maintenance on anything, not even a cleanup. They just sit there, kind of thing, you know, and collect things. You know, just places like this, you know, looks like maybe they're working on upgrading this place. I can see new windows and stuff, but this totally works. I mean, it's, you know how much I love these places. Absolutely love these places, especially if you have some chickens outside, a little farm, tomatoes, all that kind of stuff. But, you know, most places, I understand it's winter and stuff, and all this stuff will be revived very soon, but it's kind of cool to see the contrast. Look how green just everything is. So beautiful. Just starting kind of spring right now, and everything is beautiful. Okay, so the reason for this clip is the contrast, you know, between the modern world and you know, way back kind of Bulgarian style of living and architecture and stuff, with these guys here, you know. So they're like, Hans, yes, Hans, let's move to beautiful Bulgaria and buy a little plot of land and bulldoze whatever was there and build a beautiful, you know, super cool modern really cool house, you know. And it's just kind of a typical house you'd see in the West, but when I'm walking past, I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool. Solar panels, probably, you know, like all the fancy electronic things, and it's it kind of stands out in a place like this. Hi. Hello guys. And look at Mr. Dog here. Yeah, so just cool to see a beautiful home like that. It's actually kind of my style of a house. Bark, 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 bark. My cat is fatter than you. My cat is fatter than you. Okay, so as I was filming the previous video just 2 seconds ago, the folks that came out of the house next to the other house are people that know me.
Hi Matthew, good to see you.
So they actually recognized me from the video and said hello, and that was their dog that I have a video of. And this is their massively crazy, huge house. So do you want to tell us about it? Do you want to tell us the whole story?
It was originally built in about 2006 by a British family. It was originally built as a sort of a bed and breakfast initially, but then all of a sudden things stopped, and you know, they put it up for sale. People looked at it, and I came and had a look at it, sort of fell in love with it, and had great potential. So I thought, why not? And sort of that was it. And I bought it back in 2010, I think it was.
Yeah, so you've been here for pretty much as long as I have been.
And I moved out here back in 2015 and been here ever since. And it's wonderful out here.
It's incredible. And just, yeah, keep in mind that we are, what, a 10-minute ride from the beach?
Absolutely, yeah.
Like 10 minutes by car, bike, whatever. And I mean, you could bicycle from here, could you?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, if you wanted to. Yeah, you could. If you have a, you know, just whatever, you could bicycle. Or you could easily. I know some people who bike to Kablishkovo.
Oh,
no problem. Yeah. Oh yeah, so you can do that. But look at their house, it's huge, and they have a garage and a huge yard. Anyways, it's pretty cool. Thank you for saying hello and all this stuff. So that's awesome. Bye guys. Okay, so it's a few days after, and I just got out of bed, and I'm starting to think that maybe I should wake up before noon, or at least make attempts to get out and get up and at 'em a little bit earlier than I have been. So it's a little bit of a gloomier day today. Everything in the last few days just a little bit gloomy. Yesterday I took the scooter out, the Orange Rocket, out for just a trip to T-Market. Everything's super nice and clean. I go out, come back, and the craziest rainstorm just got everything mucky and muddy. What a crazy adventure. I mean, it was so crazy that, I mean, I just couldn't see anything in front of me. It was like that, like it all just happened like that. So anyways, we'll continue on just a little bit here on the Road of Freedom. It's really taking shape amazingly, and I mean, wow. Okay, so have a look here. You know, and just look at these sidewalks. I mean, everything is super, super, super tight. It's as if like one of these Bulgarian scientists took a train or maybe a boat over to, you know, to the modern world and actually saw like, hey, this is cool. Look, there's a sidewalk, it doesn't have holes in it and garbage. And all this other, you know, and the road is straight and there's lighting and stuff like that. And then he phoned his friend Boris. He's like, Boris, you should see all this. And he took some photos with his Nokia phone, and Boris like, holy shit, we have to do this. Boom, look at that. It's incredible. Now look at the gorgeous fence. Do you remember when we were laughing at its inconsistency, to say it nicely? So now they're building the sidewalk along the gorgeous fence's inconsistency. However, also the great news about this road is that you'd think that, whoa, all this infrastructure, all this amazingness, they will finally fix the epic, I call it the Fala hotel, which means wave in Polish, because it kind of looks like a wave. And not to be confused with Fale, which are the commie blocks in my old city. One of the largest buildings actually in the world is these stupid communist era. They're just disgusting, and they're called Fale, and they kind of go like this. They're just, don't go there, it's disgusting. But they exist in my old town. They're like, go for kilometers. It's awful. So anyways, look at this. This park, and they promise the other park will be kept intact. I'm assuming these beautiful sports cars that have been here since 10 years ago, they're just kind of been sitting here, part of the you know, part of the whole setup here. And there's your cat there. Yeah, so it's kind of unfortunate and nobody gives a shit about this because I don't understand why all this, like, why is there so much, like, why does this look like this? Anyways, I don't want to complain because this is just awesome. I'm having I can't believe this. You know, this is my neighborhood, and it's astonishing how quickly things went from this awfulness to... You go, girl. This is awesome. This guy's gonna get to his cigarette shop, lickety split. So how things have changed so freaking quickly. I mean, this just started a few months ago. All of this, just everything, and it's a massive project. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed again. I know you're laughing like, oh, why should we have lights and stuff like that, crosswalks, but lights would be incredibly helpful here at the Continental Hotel, because all kinds of people, you know, drunks and regular people and people with the stupid plastic strollers with their stupid kids, they just continuously cross the sidewalk. And even though, thank you Bulgarians, many of them, I would say most of them, stop at the crosswalks, some of the morons, fucking morons, you know, this happened to me before, like a taxi or something, where the car in front of the... Hi guys. The car would actually stop in front of the crosswalk here, but some fucking turd, it's always going to be a taxi on some idiot, you know, picking his nose in some shitty old BMW, goes around and just flies right through the thing. So I mean, fuck you, seriously. So if there's lights, hopefully everybody will stop, however briefly, and you know, that will save thousands, perhaps millions of lives. Anyways, so this will be, you know, I haven't seen any indication that there'll be lights. Maybe somebody's digging a hole there, so that'd be awesome. I don't know, I just think it'll be super helpful to have lights. So moving on, somebody who's in the know, I mentioned this before, had said that in the next couple of years, this whole thing, this whole situation here, this main road that is just like goes from sketchy to non-sketchy to crazy to really bad to kind of new and rebuilt, this whole place will be completely redone with proper sidewalks. And you know, it's not so bad here, but when you get down to the bridge, the other bridge, not the Bridge of Dreams, but the actual road, car bridge, there's never a sidewalk. I mean, you're really taking your life in the hands of the bridge, because it's dangerous, especially at night. And of course, a lot of people are speeding, and half the people driving around here are drunk. So you really have to be careful when you're walking to the suburb. Avoid walking down on the road or even on the side of the bridge. A little bit squishy. It's weird, it's a little bit unnerving. So they're going to fix all that shit and put proper sidewalks and make things really cool. So I'm really looking forward to that. Things are really just skyrocketing, I would say, just in the last you know, just in the last year, like a lot more so than 8 years before that. So I mentioned this already. I think a lot of this infrastructure, like in Sofia and some of the other larger towns, Varna is just, wow, so much new stuff. It's because of Shenzhen, because, you know, everybody wants to move to the modern world. This is the last fucking country, you know, essentially, in Romania, that, you know, we need the euro finally, so we don't have to have all this shitty corruption and just the stupidity of exchanging currencies and stuff. And of course have Shenzhen, so we can get rid of these stupid borders and increase the economy and the speed at way things are happening here in Bulgaria. Just as free trade we have, but just having to wait at the freaking border, these poor trucker guys, you know, it's their job to be, you know, get through as quickly as possible with their, you know, things in their trucks with the goods and shit that they have in the back. They don't want to sit at the fucking border so somebody just, like, you know, rifles through their shit. And you know, we should have had this a decade ago, because it's really stifling. Just everything. Why do these guys have to stop? It's so stupid. You go over the Danube on a car or just any kind of motorized thing, and you're sitting there, and it's just like, why are we doing this? Sometimes it could be a huge lineup. Sometimes, actually, most times. So if you're, you know, you're a truck driver, you're just working, trying to get shit from A to B, and you're sitting stuck like a fucking turd. Just some person just has to walk up to you, and you're waiting in line for an hour or 2 hours. Just think about how much lost productivity, time, you know, fuel. Some of these guys have to sleep, and just garbage, and fuck. Just make a nice little highway. Let's go, let's move forward. This is the first time I'm actually here, okay? So I had no idea that there's all these crazy improvements that goes this way, aside from the road that I just showed you guys. So I'm just walking along the little river thing, which just been essentially a pile of garbage. Just garbage. Still remains so. However, I just think in my head, like, I have all these these visions of this place, because it would be just absolutely epic to create this like waterfront. It's just a kind of an almost dried up river, but it's really nice actually. If they clean this place up, okay, so look at the sidewalk. Those are cords for lighting, you know. It looks like they're gonna leave this part going, and this is all brand new. This is just a mud pit, you know. This is just, oh, yeah. So they're redoing this oh my goodness, honestly, first time. And they're working today on Saturdays. There's one of my favorite crazy awesome buildings. Hi. And one of my very favorite buildings there. So look at this, like all of this shit. Look at these sidewalks, and this is that river. I mean, it's just over on this side. So imagine this this kind of a little community here, and like a cool restaurant and people hanging out. I mean, just imagine cigarette parties. I'm sitting there with a beer in hand, eating like a hot dog or fish or something, and you have this, you know, it needs to be fixed up, but you have this cool view. These buildings here, I mean, wow, are they my favorite buildings in all of Sunny Beach? Maybe. Look how cool and intricate and weird, and the skyways and stuff like that. I've made a video on these before. I fucking love them. I mean, just imagine how cool it'd be inside, you know? You have like a 2-3 level place on the top floor with multiple balconies and one of those elevators that ends up in your living room. Oh, you gotta love that. Oh my goodness. So yeah, lots of amazing improvements here. I cannot wait to see what they do here, because what a prime place. You know, if somebody doesn't want to go to the beach and sit in the hot sun and all that, you know, just all that nonsense, there could be just a few little, but like nice places, you know, where you can just sit and chill, like a little cafe or something like that. Oh, I hope it's gonna happen. I mean, it just really feels that way. It's not gonna happen maybe this coming up season, but why not? I mean, at the pace these guys are working is astonishing to me right now. So, you know, and that's kind of the bridge that I was thinking about, not thinking, but talking about, where I will be able to, you know, ride my bicycle in the middle of the night or walk in the middle of the night. I mean, it's really dangerous. It's not doesn't even have a sidewalk. You're essentially walking on, you know, just on the road, and it fucking sucks. It sucks. It will all be gutted. It's crazy. I don't know what these pipes are for. So just on this side, you know, you walk this way and that's where the Nude Beach is. And I mean, you know, 2-3 minute walk, that's where all the beautifulness is. And this part of the beach here is stunning. Just between Cacao Beach and kind of, you know, the gay beach and the what do you call it? Yeah, the Nude Beach. It's just so freaking beautiful. It just, there's like this sandbar and you can sit and, you know, do your shit, do your stuff. Okay, you guys ready? This is what I haven't even walked here yet. This is the first time, so I'm with you here right now. Look at this. So I'm just off the bridge. Look at all the stuff, the whole thing. Right to the end, essentially right to the freaking end, is completely dug up. Completely being replaced by modern things. So what was here before is essentially every one of these hotels, whatever they had in the front cobbled up, was different than the hotel just a few meters away. That hotel may not have enough money to, you know, to finish up their sidewalk or the road or whatever, so it was a bit different. The next hotel was really fancy, so they have this other shit and there's a sign, oh no, you can't walk past here because you're poor. Then the next one will just have grass. The next one will have this kind of sidewalk and all this kind of shit, just really cobbled together, like, you know, just look like shit. So there's going to be a little bit of consistency now where you're gonna have a sidewalk. Look at that. You know, so you're, you know, obviously that part will be fixed and you're like you got your Perinsko in hand and you're hanging out, and it's amazing. It's amazing. And yeah, they're putting the tiles here right now. Super cool. So I'll continue on. I've never been here, so I'm just walking. Look at this. Now that's a fence, eh? I'm just walking through some of the complexes here. It's obviously super off season still and it's pretty dead, but still, like, I just like this. It's cool. It just needs maintenance. If somebody could possibly tell me if the word maintenance actually exists in the Bulgarian language, that would be awesome. Absolutely awesome, because that's all we need here. You know, a lot of these guys who build these complexes and maintain them, they don't. I mean, they just don't. It's like this everywhere, and it's really unfortunate because it does not take much. They take money from the monthly people and they just don't give a shit. You know, they run away, or they're just lazy. It's more like lazy. Oh, there's a sad swimming pool. In just a few months it's gonna be filled with super fresh water. It's gonna be crystal clear, and there's gonna be, you know, stupid kids in there bobbing around. I mean, how fucking awesome is that gonna be? This summer is gonna be just absolutely incredible. I know it. It's always incredible, but I just have this feeling that the biggest feeling here right now in the spring that I've ever had in the last, you know, since moving here. I just like that this is just going to be so crazy here and so fun, like it always fucking is. But just there's something in my brain. Look, I mean, these are sidewalks. This is all brand new. This is the turnoff to the to Cacao Beach, right, with that really fancy building with all the super fancy Czarny Mercedes and Ferraris are parked. Super cool. And there's some stuff that they've done here. There's like a road thing that they're gonna fix, and of course the Bridge of Dreams is just over there. Okay, so, you know, there's all these, like, all the buildings are so different. You know, what's going on there? Cigarette parties, or is it somebody's kitchen? It could be both, right? You never know. And yeah, there are a couple shops here. I think there's one that's actually open right now, so, you know, you got to get your 7-day for breakfast and your two packets of cigarettes, and one is not enough. Let's see. Yeah, so here I am. There's actually lights here, always lights here, because it's crazy, you know, especially on a big night back in the days, you know, when DJs would come and all this madness. At Cacao Beach's place was just completely packed. It was just 10,000 people, so they had to put lights in here because, you know, to slow the traffic down. So these lights remain, you know, and all this stuff is just gonna look so cool. And as you can see, I wasn't lying, it just continues like this whole sidewalk. Again, you're gonna be able to walk straight up, essentially from the Sebar, because all of the Sebar is, I don't know if you guys know that part, that's completely done as well. You can walk from Old Town right to, you will be able to walk from Old Town essentially down to, at this point, Continental, on a beautiful brand new sidewalk. Yeah, essentially brand new sidewalk with non-stop, not say again bicycle or whatever, absolutely non-stop, without any worry at any point, with lights on, so you can go out at night if you're a night owl and be able to just walk like a fucking gentleman. Amazing. Look at this. So I'm walking in Neseba right now. Okay, so one thing that was kind of strange is the road that I'm walking on right now was actually replaced just a few years ago, like 3 years ago, and I felt that they did a pretty good job. It used little tiles and stuff like that, but they put this like kind of a fence. Well, let me just show you anyway. Dunes. Oh, I love hanging out there in the summer, just kind of walking around. It's gorgeous. So this road here was cobbles, like kind of like that, and there was this like fence. Hey, that's my buddy actually. Yeah, awesome. Well, the fence was about yay high, of course, to protect the stupid kids from running and getting squished by the speeding BMWs and stuff. So I never really liked it. I don't like that, those barriers, but they removed it and completely redone this. So now, you know, strollers and bicycles and stuff like that is just far easier than going over cobbly things, and it's easier to maintain. So really awesome. And you have the cool decorations up top. When they light up, it actually looks pretty cool, pretty romantic. So it's really odd, you know. I just wanted to show you. It's kind of weird. I shouldn't be filming it, but just to see someone sleeping like this, never would you see that. You don't see that in Bulgaria. So that's interesting. Poor guy. So yeah, to my right is that super cool crazy forest, and this beautiful road that they have here now, and it's awesome. I don't know if it's beautiful, but it's amazing. It's more than I deserve. They really fixed it twice, but they did a great job on the second run. So awesome. But wait, just one more second. I want to show you guys one more thing. So my trip to Neseba was absolutely just so cool. I just walked around, meandered around. It was awesome. It's just so fun. The difference between all these little places that you can go to in such a short period of time, you know, driving or whatever, from crazy like Bulgarian village that, you know, you feel like you're 500 years in the past, to this crazy place here on the beach, to, you know, just walking around New Neseba, and then of course Old Neseba, like all in this like little pocket of everything. Just it's so much fun. Anyways, so it's, you know, a couple days later kind of thing, and it's still kind of gloomy, but it's not super cold. I actually left in a t-shirt, but that was very unwise. So as you all know, today is cat litter pickup day from Mladost, the best value for buying the huge bag. And of course I'm at the Trachea Garden resort, I guess, the compound or whatever it is. And here, let me show you. And here, actually, it's one of those cool places. You know, I actually really like this old style of apartments, of hotels. Some people think it's kind of weird, but I absolutely love this this kind of retro look. But here in the back, sadly it's closed right now, and I don't want to be loitering. It's beautiful here in the summertime, because they really do a good job of cleaning the grounds, and lots of flowers. It smells really nice here, and it's really clean and all that stuff. So it's, yeah, if you're staying here and you're hanging out and that's like one of your apartments, you're 2 seconds away from the beach. I mean, well, 2 seconds, obviously everything is 2 seconds from the beach, but this place is actually really cool, really pretty inside. And if, you know, the people who put this whole place together, and how nice they do good job, if it's indicative of, you know, the accommodations that you get, then you're gonna be 5 stars. I need to come here and have a beer, you know. So obviously nobody's around, and you know, this place here across was completely renovated, and there's another place that they're just completely renovating as well on the other side, and they did a pretty good job. It's not falling apart, so that's awesome. They spent a lot of money on this. I mean, the whole facade and all the balconies, doors, everything is completely brand new. So one more thing sort of in closing. I know, again, I just keep fucking blabbing. I went to White Rose yesterday, the restaurant in the suburb, right? And, you know, it's like my original kind of a cool restaurant that it's just awesome. So they finally opened. They take a nice holiday, as everyone should, for a few months in the wintertime. So completely packed, just packed. I mean, literally full of people. Super lively, super fun, like it always is. And I keep thinking about the prices and all the stupid inflation and all this, and of course it exists. Food prices have gone up, energy, all this kind of stuff. But again, my kind of conspiracy theory thing, where I don't really think whatever happened, this craziness with energy prices and COVID and everything else, really warrants doubling of prices for a lot of things, like in the shops and at restaurants. I walk into White Rose. Hello. You know, I know everybody there. They're so nice, so nice. And I order, you know, meaty, mussels, and voda gazowana, like the really fancy one. And it was like nine leva for everything. They take credit cards, impeccable service, just everything. And, you know, they're obviously making crazy money because everybody goes there. They have really great food, and it's just a good value. And yeah, I mean, I definitely recommend you guys go there, because it's awesome. I've always just liked going there, especially in the off season. It is one of the places that opens up. It's open late in the season, and it's open early in the season. So yeah, so do I need to go to another place and get the same meal for double the price? Because that's essentially what I would have to pay at many other places right now. I don't think so. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, the mussels cost nothing when you go to a grocery store. Anyways, enough blabbing. Thank you very much for watching another one of my videos, and I know it's really long and full of a whole bunch of nonsense, so definitely take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm really unsure about the you know, when the construction's going to be finished, you know, how that's going to play out. I don't think anybody really knows, but if you have some questions, I'm going to try to answer them the best I can. Somebody had asked about grocery prices and stuff, and I gotta tell you honestly that I'm finding things not just stabilizing, but a lot of things that I buy, just like little staples, and whether it's I buy things in the cans, like buy chickpeas and beans and stuff like that. And if you go to Tea Market, that's kind of another story. Tea Market was open all of winter, full of people. Mladost, kind of empty, you know? It feels like to me that a lot of the local people, such as myself, have taken the other route to go to Tea Market. I don't even know why. It's definitely cleaner and it's cheaper. Maybe that's why I go there. I have no idea. And it's kind of you know, in and out really quickly, and just, you know, again, I like Mladost. Mladost is fine. Everybody's so nice. Like, you know, I love them all, and I know them all for, you know, for close to a decade. But it just really needs a wiping. So Tea Market, again, yeah, cheaper prices, and I have a feeling that's the reason why people go there. And that's the end of that. If you have any questions, please let me know about absolutely anything. And if you want me to film something for you, I mean, again, it's going to be the best season. This is going to be the best season here in Sunny Beach since ever. I promise you that. I mean, it's a fact. It's a fact.